Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. Corruption is back in the spotlight in Karnataka, a state that has had a history of scams rocking its politics. BJP MLAs on Wednesday held a night-long protest inside the Karnataka Assembly. In fact, they slept inside the Assembly demanding a discussion on the alleged MUDA scam. After the overnight protest, MLAs were seen exercising outside the Vidhan Soudha. The Law and Parliamentary Affairs Minister of the state, H.K. Patil, said that the BJP sit-in protest was nothing but a political drama. Let me give you a background to this. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is under scrutiny due to allegations of fraudulent site allotments by the Mysuru Urban Development Authority, MUDA, including plots that were reportedly given to his wife. The opposition, including BJP and JDS in the state, is calling for Siddaramaiah's resignation and also a CBI investigation into this alleged scam. The Congress government has ordered a one-man judicial probe into this controversy, into the allotment of MUDA sites from 2006 to 2024. In fact, Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar today said that the government of Karnataka would soon release a list of MUDA sites illegally allotted by the previous BJP government. Now, why does the Congress party not want a discussion on the MUDA matter that has actually pointed to some serious allegations? Remember, it's the same Congress party that has been demanding at the centre discussions in the parliament on issues of Manipur and also NEET, and accusing the BJP of stifling voices. But let's not also forget that it was the same BJP government in Karnataka that was facing similar corruption charges last year, which also in some ways led to its defeat in the assembly. Is the Congress state government in Karnataka on the back foot, and is the BJP sensing an opportunity there? That's what we ask tonight. We have a panel of esteemed guests on the show, but before that, let's look at some reactions.
They tried to stop us, but CM in his written speech, and he had given a detailed reply how many scams has happened, how it has happened. Of course, 89 crores some officers has been misused, and investigation is on. Already some 40 crores have been recovered. SIT is taking an investigation. Now ED, CBI has entered. We said we are not able to stop them. They have right to come. I know the law of this country as CBI. After some financial numbers, they can come. Let them do it. But now we wanted to expose all those things. They did not allow us to reply.
BJP as well as JDS, we already were discussed on this issue. Probably Saturday or Sunday, tomorrow or day after, we will have one more round of meeting and we will decide future course of action.
So you're planning for Padyatra. The Congress is also trying to counter your rally. How do you see this, sir?
See, Congress party and more importantly, Siddaramaiah government is totally exposed. People of Karnataka is aware of Congress government. Congress is known for corruption, and in last 15 months tenure, they have been exposed in so many corruptions.
We have Nivedit Alva, spokesperson of the Congress. We have Anand Gurumurthy, spokesperson from the BJP, and B.S. Arun, who's a senior journalist, joining us. Thank you, all of you, for joining me on this broadcast. Nivedit, to you first. Why does the Congress not want a discussion in the Assembly on the MUDA scam? Is it because this time it's the personal integrity of Siddaramaiah that is under scrutiny, something that was not really expected?
Hi, good evening.
Yeah.
To start with, it was before anybody even asked for it, before the assembly session started, the Congress government handed over the entire MUDA issue to be probed by a retired High Court judge. Second of all, what is astonishing is when they're calling it corruption, they're calling it all sorts of things. When all of this, all the sites which were allotted, all of the stuff which they are talking about has basically happened when they were BJP chief ministers, not Congress chief ministers. Most of it was during when Yediyurappa ji was CM twice, and after that when Basavaraj Bommai was CM. Most of the sites which have been allotted in this from BJP leaders and their kin. We've got the names, whether it was Yediyurappa's kin who was given in lieu of 33 guntas, he was given 8,500 square feet, or GT Devegowda's nephew who was given 92 sites in the MUDA scam. So the point is that nobody is running away from anything. It has been handed over for investigation to a High Court judge. Apart from that, a retired High Court judge. Apart from that, a 3-member IAS team has also been appointed to look into it. The MUDA commissioner who was who was in charge during this time, has already been suspended. So it is not like anybody is running away. What is happening right now is that the CAG report, which talked about misappropriation of funds during the previous BJP government from 11 boards and corporations, all of this is being done to deflect attention from that. Second of all, it is amazing to hear the BJP chief talking about corruption and about the BJP and about the Congress government being corrupt when his own father as chief minister went to jail for corruption.
Okay, that's a very important point.
It is amazing that another family who is raising all sorts of stuff about the Congress government here, half their family is in jail for. I cannot even get into it. Where one brother is in jail for something, the other brother is in jail for something, the father is in jail for something else.
Right.
So please let us not even go down the road of saying that we are running away from anything. Had we not given it for investigation or looking into is one
But
thing.
Nivedit, you know,
But
the
we are
people who
not
actually
running away
brought
from
out the
anything.
brought out the scam are not really people with the BJP, right? They were independent activists, and this is what
Yes.
happened in 2023 as well, right?
Correct. So the point is that it has been given now and all the framework for the investigation all the way from 2004 till now, till 2024 has been given. Let it come out. Let us see what there is. And let me clarify, yes. There is talk of the CM's wife being given given plots. Yes, that has been given in lieu of land which was acquired to her brother, and her brother has gifted it to his sister.
No, these are also
So
about
even that,
beneficiaries who feel that the compensation land did not, go to them. Okay, let me get Anand on
It
this.
will come out in the course of the investigation. It cannot be hidden.
Right.
Nobody's trying to hide anything.
Yes.
So it will come out. It is a time-bound investigation. So when the central government gives things over for investigation and gives parliamentary committees and they take decisions, that's fine. When a state government gives it for investigation, it is a problem. We cannot have different.
Okay, Anand Gurumurthy, you know, on the day when the budget was being presented, Congress leaders also protested, saying that, you know, there is misuse of investigating agencies that is happening. Is this your performance in the Lok Sabha elections, which I think was far better than other states? Is that what has, in some ways boosted the kind of confidence that BJP in Karnataka is showing? But because, you know, this was also, the BJP government also faced similar allegations last year.
See, I would like to talk first about the way the Congress spokesperson presented his case. Are they trying to justify corruption by saying that somebody else is corrupt, so we have a right to be corrupt? What are they trying to tell? So through NDTV, I want to question Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the president of Congress party and who represents all these spokespersons. Are they scared of Siddaramaiah of something? Or are they defending him over corruption? This is coming from a party. This shows the integrity of Congress party. So they should be very careful in what they are expressing. Why are they, speaking like this? Why can't the CM resign? They come from a party which was represented once by Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, who had resigned when a train accident happened. And today, they are just pointing fingers. Why are you pointing fingers? Why don't you resign, Mr. Siddaramaiah? That is what we are asking. Are there no other people to become CMs in Congress? Are you not capable? Or is it that he is scaring you with something that Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge is not even reacting to it? And he's sending spokespersons after spokespersons who are coming here and arguing in TV when Siddaramaiah cannot justify his own case in the assembly. So this is what is lagging, madam. And this is the reason why BJP is fighting. We have always fought for the right things. And we are going to continue to fight till Mr. Siddaramaiah resigns so that this probe is done independently in the most correct manner in which a probe has to be done. When the CM of a state is accused, the principal opposition is accusing. The Congress spokesperson here comes and says, oh, come on, it was given by BJP. Come on, he was the leader of opposition at that point in time. Siddaramaiah was the leader of opposition. He was in a constitutional position. Why did he accept? He cannot answer this one question in assembly and is trying to, stall all our investigation. Congress party, Mallikarjun Kharge ji should hear this. If he is the president, really the working president of this party, he should react on this and come up with this thing that orders that Mr. Siddaramaiah should resign today. If he cannot do that, then we cannot accept. We will continue our fight everywhere. As a principal opposition, we'll continue doing this.
Okay. Nivedit, would you like to respond to that?
Yeah. Just to say that the honorable spokesperson of the BJP didn't answer any of the things that I had raised. He has gone after Mr. Kharge. He has gone after how BJP has in Jharkhand and in Delhi and in other states. We saw what happened in Jharkhand. The chief minister was taken and locked up for months on end. and then the High Court itself said there's no shred of evidence against him and has released him. So please let us not even go down the road of what the BJP believes are in
What is the Congress doing? NDTV's program is about what is the Congress doing?
We have all seen in the recent past how those are. How
many ever allegations people are watching? What is Congress doing? What is Congress integrity in this?
Okay, let him respond.
What they're doing, but an investigation has already been put into this, and until that comes out, they will have to wait and see. We are not answerable to the BJP spokesperson. There is a constitutionally elected government which is functional.
You are not just answering to the BJP spokesperson.
But Nivedit, B. Nagendra's, sort of going into custody also in some ways, and also this whole Valmiki Nigam, allegations that came out does put the government on the back foot, isn't it? Because, we may always say that Karnataka is a state where corruption has become normalized.
I just have one more question. Madam.
Okay, let Nivedit finish. Anand, I'm coming to you next.
Yes. He's just, continuously not justifying his party stand, which is, a blot on the people's face. They're justifying corruption by coming on TV when they cannot answer in the assembly. I am just asking one straightforward question. You tell 100 things about BJP, but as Congress spokesperson, how are you justifying the acts of your CM? Are you letting him do 1,000 crores more scam and then you are going to remove him, is it? What, you are given a target to every Congress CM that you do this much of scam, only then we remove? Yeah. How are you justifying corruption, Mr. Nivedit? And why is your CM not coming into the assembly and answering? Giving all kinds of,
okay, Nivedit, respond to that, please. Yes.
You please justify that. Don't tell me what I am answering. The blot is on your face. So please justify your party's stand in this. And why is your CM
let him respond now. Let him respond now, Anand. Let him respond.
Your national president. And you people are coming and justifying. So answer that first.
Okay, let him respond, and then I'll go to DS Arun, who has been waiting very patiently. Yes.
Mr. Gurumurthy, unlike you, my brief is not to come on national television and to slander and throw wild accusations in the public domain without any basis whatsoever. So I'm sorry, I cannot stoop to your level. I will not, because that is not what our brief is.
Don't get personal things here.
Okay, let me go to DS Arun because he's been waiting patiently.
You are the Congress representative. Please represent Congress with justification.
Absolutely, Anand, I'll come to you also in a bit. Let's hear.
Don't do it to me.
Okay, let's hear from DS Arun. Mr. Arun, you heard both our panelists, and as a journalist, as a journalist, I also cover the Karnataka elections, and I do feel sad that in some ways corruption, or the fact that the ones who make grand money are also patrons who actually fund elections in states like Karnataka, where the flow of money so important for elections has become normalized. In some ways, that seems to be what everybody is saying. How do you, is corruption even a political issue in Karnataka? Are even people holding government, or for that matter opposition, responsible? Because while Anand is right on the corruption thing, I also remember that the BJP government faced similar allegations, and in fact the people who are heading the protest are also the ones who face those allegations.
Yes, Vasudha, corruption has sort of become a way of life in Karnataka. You may remember that even during the last campaign before the assembly elections, the Congress focused on corruption of the BJP government. So that is one thing. And now the same party is now covered with the allegations of corruption, one in Valmiki, and now the charges have come right in front of the Chief Minister's court. The entire state is now witnessing rain. Monsoon is a huge success. The Chief Minister and the government must be happy and smiling, but there is no smile on the Chief Minister's face.
Yes.
Over the last few days, the Assembly has been in session, but the Chief Minister is struggling to defend himself. The entire cabinet is involved in defending the state government as well as the Chief Minister himself. To the Chief Minister side, one must say that all that the government can do, he has done it. But then there is still an element of doubt for the BJP, from the BJP leaders about the involvement of the Chief Minister himself.
But Mr. Arun, do you think the personal integrity, the personal image and reputation of someone like Siddaramaiah, who was seen as, completely non-corruptible, has that been impacted, by these allegations? Something that we saw happening with B.S. Yadurappa in the 90s. Do you think that is something that the Congress faces now, the challenge of that?
Yes, over the 40 years or 50 years, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, the personal integrity was there. Nobody could question him as far as corruption was concerned. But now, for the first time in his public life, he is facing these allegations. His very government, he's facing a huge corruption charge in the form of the Valmiki corporation that you just mentioned, and now the MUDA, the state allotments. So these two, the state government is really struggling, to defend itself. And how the state government will, in the days to come, defend itself, one needs to see, especially because the CBI and the, ED Enforcement Directorate are in the forefront of investigation. There's also an investigation being done by the SIT of the state government in the Valmiki case, as well as judicial inquiry going on, just set up in the MUDA case. So there are various investigations that are going on, and how the state government comes out, especially from the central investigation agencies, one needs to see. So this is a real big challenge for the state government, because for the first time within a year of they capturing power, the state government is facing all these allegations.
Right. Okay, Anand, would you, I asked you this question earlier. There's also this allegation that the Congress is charging you with, and your party with, and that is this misuse of agencies. That is also something that, people are talking about in several states. BJP has reduced numbers this time, which also in some ways has made the party very safe and cautious. Do you think that is one thing that might also be of concern to you, considering that while you did really well in the Lok Sabha elections compared to other states, your numbers also went down, from 25 to 17 this time?
See here, one thing is, I'm not getting the name of the person, but one of our MLAs just before our election also was accused in a corruption case. We immediately removed him, and we did not even give him a party ticket to contest before our assembly elections. So, and all the ED or the CBI, every investigation they are doing, it's not just Congress leaders. It is from all parties, and it is happening. Okay, so it is accusing BJP. This is just a narrative of Congress. Okay, they are trying to build a narrative and trying to justify their corruption, which is very wrong. Okay, and the people have got to know now, especially in Karnataka, after their guarantees all bombed, and they keep telling we are very successful and other things. And when the state extinguisher is in bad shape, every person in Karnataka is speaking about this only, and people have understood that it was just a Congress narrative. But BJP, it is let the agencies to be independent, whether it is CBI, ED, or the judiciary, or any other this thing. It is totally independent today in India, including
today
every minister's
has come
office.
out and said that he's being forced. So there are narratives on both sides.
That has been stayed by the High Court of Karnataka. Okay. That has been stayed by the High Court of Karnataka, because they are very clear. See, in the federal system, when such a big allegation on a sitting CM, on the sitting comes up, the sitting minister, and the minister is out, and there's one more allegation on the chief minister, the ED is conducting an inquiry. The state police and the state machinery should cooperate.
Okay.
Karnataka is such a beautiful state with such good officers, and they are not, the entire political system is not letting them take up the investigation by, putting cases like this and other things.
Okay, let me ask this question to Nivedit. A lot of us actually believe that the future of the Congress party is in Karnataka, in this model, because that seemed like the best for survival of the party. But clearly your party has done better than better than what we expected. So, but from a raft of these corruption allegations to this flip-flop that you did on this bill on providing domicile quotas, now there's a cess on OTTs, there's an anti-NEET bill. There is a certain sense, even amongst journalists, that the Karnataka Congress government is struggling to, in some ways present a picture of confidence, So do you think that's something that's becoming challenging for you, because there's an aggressive BJP in the state as well?
No, I don't think so at all, Vasudha. I think that the recent bills, the ones you spoke about, it is where they came before the cabinet, and then after that there is further discussion which is happening with industry. So the Congress believes in dialogue. It believes in discussing various modes with all the stakeholders before it takes a decision. That's the first thing. Okay. The second thing is with regard to independence of investigative agencies. Let's just see what has happened across the country. And with people who are in jail for years on end without anything happening, with chief ministers being put into jail, governments being pulled down. So, enough has been said about that, and the country already knows, and that is what a lot of the election result was about. So if they still don't want to change the way that they function and still don't see that that is a problem, then there's nothing I can, there's nothing I can do to convince them.
Okay.
But with regard to Karnataka, we have a government with a full majority. We have a government which is pulling in one direction, led by our Chief Minister, Honorable Siddaramaiah, and our Deputy Chief Minister, D.K. Shivkumar.
Right.
There is absolutely no doubt that they enjoy the confidence of all 136 MLAs elected in the Assembly.
Yeah.
And we will run a government for 5 years and bring forth and see that all the promises we put forth in our manifesto are fulfilled in those 5 years.
Okay, 30 seconds. Can you just finish, Anand, on this? Respond
See,
to
very
what
clear.
you just
Okay,
said.
I just want to respond to Congress spokesperson only in clear terms. Okay, by putting allegation on others, last 2 years, whatever you did, it worked for you in many elections. This won't happen. People are got to know. They have got to know, and stop putting allegation on others and start seeing internally. And please tell your party president, national president, to take action on Karnataka state, because both the president of Karnataka state,
Right.
Congress, and the CM and the deputy CM, who happens to be the president of Karnataka state, are all having corruption scams, and a lot of things are being spoken at the ground level by
I
people.
would like Mr. Arun to give me the last word on this, sir. In Delhi, while we cover the government, there's been so much talk about continuity, be it cabinet portfolios or policies. There seems to be some continuity in Karnataka also, because, there's so much debate about corruption, and most of the scams also look very similar, the suicide cases, the suicide notes. So there's clearly a template that the state follows. Tell me again, how do you see this political battle playing out? Who really has the edge here?
See, right now, Congress is facing a lot of opposition from the BJP and the JDS for these scams. Over the last just 1 week, there was a huge loss of face for both the Chief Minister as well as the government, in the form of, number one, the job guarantee for the Kannadigas, where the Chief Minister had to do the U-turn for twice in a day, within a few hours. And the second one was the ED, FIR against the ED, and the High Court threw it out.
Okay.
So these two, and in addition, the MUDA and
Absolutely.
the...
Most important, thank you, DS Arun. Thank you all of you for
stand.
joining me on this broadcast. I'm really sorry, I'm completely out of time. Thank you so much. Karnataka Assembly elections were a lot about allegations about 40% Sarkara, 40% commission, and clearly the BJP is also using this to hit back at the Congress. BJP has accused the Assembly Speaker of favouring ruling Congress party. There is something that we see the Congress doing here at the centre, making it clear that all power at some level works the same way unless checked by people. That's all we have for you in this show. Keep watching NDTV.